All right, y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in here. We got some good stuff to cover tonight, baby. Yes, the hell we do. Now, I'm finna get straight to it, y'all. What I don't understand is we the people voted for Trump and his administration to go in and do exactly what they are doing, okay? Like Trump said from day one in all his campaigns that the first thing he was going to do, one of the many things that he was going to do, was sign an executive order to get these illegals up out of our country, these criminals, okay, that Biden past administration opened the gates and let these folks through. He screamed that. He said that, and he did just that. So, fast forward to today, y'all. Of course, you know, you got these activist judges trying to block here and there. They recently tried to block him from letting these, from stopping these illegals from going out, right? But then the U.S. appealed and boom, and said, hey, you can continue to keep going in all these sanctuary cities and getting these folks up out of here. So the question is, why in the hell is the left having a whole meltdown mode, y'all? Literally, after this appeal was like, all right, Trump, you got the green light to go. Y'all, so many different protests and things like that have been breaking place with these ICE agents. And then the left has the nerve to ask why ICE are covering their faces now with masks. ICE got a reason. I watched a video on Officer Tatum, and he was at one of these, you know, anti mob type of things, and he asked one of them, like, why are you covering your face? Because you don't want your identity to show and stuff like that. They didn't have no answer, no response, or anything to it. The fact is ICE is sacrificing their lives every day, y'all, when they go to get these illegals up out of here. Their families are now being threatened because people are, you know, putting their information out there and letting them know where their location and all that's going to be. So yes, they are now masking their face. And the reason is to protect their identity and their family. Okay. So now not only do ICE agents have to fight every day to get these illegals up out of here, now they got these paid actors or just mental health people, mental crazy folks that's just following the bimbo leader. Now they got to deal with not only illegal criminals and things like that, but these folks. And it's just crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. And they just going against the grain of what we the people voted for. We voted for this, we asked for this, and we love it every bit of it. So we got to keep the ICE agents, y'all, the whole Trump administration in prayer, because it is getting crazy out there. Now I'm here to show y'all this. So I'm going to take it back to when the U.S. Appeal Court ruled that, hey, they can continue to go ahead and get these legal criminals up out of here. And that's exactly what they're doing. And then we're going to roll into everything else in the video, y'all, leading up to right now, what's actually taking place and going on, literally. With that being said, y'all, we're going to chop it up in the comment section. Let's go ahead and dive into the first video. Coming straight from Wall Street Apes on X. Huge win for Donald Trump. Mass deportations. U.S. Appeal Court rules sanctuary cities can't stop deportation. So with that being said, let's go ahead and click into the video, y'all. Let's go.
Just ruled the U.S. can deport illegal immigrants even if local governments oppose those removals. Chad Wolf joins me now. Does this mean Trump can get around sanctuary city rules?
Well, I think this is obviously a win for the incoming Trump administration, and I think what this validates is the ability for ICE to do their job, to remove individuals, bad individuals from the country, regardless of what local
just ruled.
So
the U.S.
pretty
can
much
deport illegal immigrants.
So pretty much local governments cannot interfere. They have the right to go ahead and get these illegals up out of here, even in sanctuary cities, y'all. All of the above. Like, the ruling is directly supports Trump's move and what he been stating he was gonna do. Period. Let's keep it moving, y'all, because this is getting crazy. Now, look at y'all folks. So, earlier throughout the week, y'all, pretty much on Rapid Response, if y'all want to follow them on X, Todd Lyons gets up there and he explains pretty much why ICE agents now have to mask their face, okay? Because not only are they getting death threats, but their families are too. So with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and dive into the video. Check it out now.
I'm going to answer the mask question. So
No, not the mask. The mask. So a lot of agencies were invited to come out weeks ago in Los Angeles where we ran an operation where ICE officers were doxxed. Let's just say that again. People are out there taking photos of the names, their faces, and posting them online with death threats to their family and themselves. So I'm sorry if people are offended by them wearing masks, but I'm not going to let my officers and agents go out there and put their lives on the line and their family on the line.
Period.
Because people don't like what immigration enforcement is. They are wearing those masks because we ran an operation with the Secret Service. We arrested someone that was going online, taking their photos, posting their families, their kids' Instagram, their kids' Facebooks, and targeting them. So let me ask, is that the issue here, that we're just upset about the masks? Or is anyone upset with the fact that ICE officers' families were labeled terrorist?
They don't want ICE anonymous, y'all. It's simple. They don't want them anonymous. But they stay anonymous. Because they're being threatened. Children? Come on now. It's a reason. They got a reason why. They're not gonna be like the left where they can't explain the reason why they just looking like bimbos out here masked up and ain't got no reason for it. Just for the hell of it. With that being said, y'all, coming straight right here is again Mr. Jeffries, bimbo ass. He really cringes and gets on my nerves. He gets on my nerves. He's annoying and he's just cringe, just like the rest of them. Y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. It's coming straight from Western Lensman on X. Hakeem Jeffrey promises that the masked ICE agents will be identified. Look it. They just gotta try to stay relevant because they really ain't they're not popping. They're not hot right now. So they just got to stay in whatever fake news that they can stay in to get their point across because nobody's really rocking with them. Y'all see these folks is leaving left to right. Let's hear what this bimbo got to say because he really just irks me. Let's go.
Every single ICE agent who's engaged in this aggressive overreach and are trying to hide their identities from the American people will be unsuccessful in doing that. This is America. This is not the Soviet Union. We're not behind the Iron Curtain. This is not the 1930s. And every single one of them, no matter what it takes, no matter how.
So you telling me that he's ignoring the fact that they're getting threats and docs and exposed by ICE? Like, come on. You having an outrage about really trying to identify these folks when you need to be identifying your very folks that are out here doing crazy-ish?
How long it takes will, of course, be identified. That, in fact, is the law. And we're going to make sure that the American people have the transparency necessary to hold people accountable when they're folks who cross the line here in America.
Oh, my gosh. So annoying.
That's what's going to happen. And as I mentioned earlier, when I spoke to Congressman Nadler about this, our first priorities are always going to be making sure the person who was on the front line is in the best possible place to move forward. That's the case with LaMonica MacGyver, and it is also the case with Congressman Nadler's brave, young, patriotic staffer. And we've got to address those issues first. That's the human thing to do. While simultaneously, of course, preparing to deal with the broader policy implications, which, as I mentioned, are underway. Thanks. Go back to this side.
So he's not offended by criminals, but you mad because ICE is masked up. Seriously. Shut up, bimbo. Oh, Lord. I'm so sick of these folks, y'all. If y'all don't feel me, like, I am so sick and tired of these people. Say you a hater without saying you a hater. All right, y'all, breaking. Apparent ICE human trafficking and drug raid just took place in the streets of Minneapolis. This is what happened. Coming straight from Nick Shirley, y'all, on X, if y'all want to follow him. Let's dive into the video.
A group right here trying to block the police from leaving once again. They threw out a bunch of garbages. Now people are trying to create a line out here to stop ICE and FBI.
Right now. That's your city.
So get the fuck out! Fuck you! No, fuck you! Fuck you!
Move on right now! Hey, back up! Back up right now!
So these people are putting up a pretty strong wall here. There's fallout letting feel. The police are obviously retaliating. People are pushing back at the police, showing no respect towards the police. People are upset because the ICE did come through here and they did take some illegal immigrants out of here, of the city.
This is how the sheriff works.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, come on. Come on. To ICE all day. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know push it through. Fucking dumb fucker. Push it through. Push it through.
Go back to Oak River, you pieces of shit.
Back, bye, Mike. Mike. Bye back.
Come on, yeah. F around and find out. Come on.
Look, you had this guy taunting and messing with the police. He's gotten thrown a few times by the police. And he's keeping on going back to him, too. This guy right here just got pushed by the police. After he's pushing at them, police threw him down, and he keeps going after them.
Okay. Just imagine you ICE having there trying to do your job, and you know what I'm saying, you got to deal with these paid actors. Now that I know, organization by your boy George Soros and so many others. And like I said, some of them just mentally dumb. They'll just, hey, let's follow the bimbo leader. Let's just follow them. But come on. Yeah, you come up here and you step with me, I'm out for ICE. Like, bag it up. Bag it up. Talk support, whatever you got to do. Bag up. Stop playing. This is the F around and find out era. Y'all finna learn today. All these bimbos out here. This junk is just crazy, y'all. And you know what's so freaking crazy? Is that the left and fake news media, like, all this is going on. They love to record this type of stuff. And it goes to show you, these people are literally pissed because ICE is coming out here getting illegal criminals, y'all. I'm going to keep stressing this. Midterms is coming up. You see who they actually fighting for. They not fighting for the citizens of the United States. They are literally protesting and fighting for illegal criminals who have already and continue to still murder U.S. citizens that stay in this country. Wake up, people. They not fighting for y'all. Let's keep it moving. Happening now. ICE raid taking place in Minneapolis, and liberals are there screaming and losing their minds. Coming straight from Wall Street, Ape Shaw on X. Let's dive into it. Ridiculous.
I'm on the streets in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now, and I just walked upon an ICE raid. There are protests out here, extremely angry. My heart's beating really fast because I cannot even believe I drove upon this. This is what is going on right now.
Just a bunch of bimbos in one place. That's right. Y'all better bag it up. And there y'all have it. Once again, the left confuses facts with feelings. Facts with feelings, y'all. Listen to the bimbo screaming in the background. Shut up. Crazy. Throwing tantrums and everywhere. Adults at this. Adults at this. It's just crazy. Like, these guys can't even do their jobs because they got to deal with big kids. Y'all, let's keep this thing moving because we can't make this stuff up. Like, we literally facing this real time because these folks are fighting for illegals that ain't even supposed to be here in the first place. We can't make this up. Now, with that being said, for those who, you know, are outraged and throwing hissy fits and tantrums and things like that, nobody did it when Obama did it. Where was the outrage when this man did the very thing that Trump is doing today? Where is it? I don't see it. I can't find it. Where was these people at this time? Where? Somebody let me know. So it's so funny because it says, I finally agree with Obama, coming straight from Uncensored on USA on X, y'all. And pay attention to what's actually taking place and what Obama is saying. This is Obama saying this when he did it, when he was president. Check it out. No outrage though, right? Let's get into it.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half-century. And to those members of Congress who question my authority to make our immigration system work better, or question the wisdom of me acting where Congress has failed, I have one answer. Pass a bill.
So, you mean to tell me there was no outrage when Obama was actually doing what Trump is doing today? Nobody had a problem with it? Why? Because that's Obama? And because it's Trump doing it? Yeah. It don't take a wild guess. This man literally did the same thing Trump is doing today, but no outrage, no nothing. It goes to show you. It goes to show you, y'all. Let's keep this thing moving. I ain't finna hold y'all up. So with that being said, y'all, we coming to our final video. Again, I think it's really crazy the fact that these paid activists literally get to sit here and wear masks and be crazy and have no reason at all to mask their face up. But the minute that ICE does it to protect not only their identity, but their family identity and their children's identity, it's a freaking problem. It's a problem. And it is a dark time, y'all. Although there's light and although we're having a lot of wins, there's still a dark side to this country. And something has to take place and has to be done. Everybody needs to be held accountable. Forget going in there having hearings. Hell, they were already guilty. Y'all know this. I guess y'all trying to do like the due process that they screaming and asking for these illegals. But at the end of the day, y'all, if you really researching and finding out what these actual people are doing, and you really research and find out who are actually behind these actual activist protesters and things like that, you would be shocked. Well, you won't be shocked because some of y'all was already knowing this or whatever, but you'll be surprised how many of these very people that y'all voted in the position that they were in and Biden's administration, and some of them now play a huge part in these bimbos and what they doing today. Seriously, enough is enough. With that being said, y'all, we're gonna go straight to Johnny Midnight on X if y'all want to follow him. The video will never be forgotten. And so I'm going to play this, y'all. Let's chop it up in the comment section. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Let's dive into the video.
Is not a right guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution to everyone anywhere in the world who thinks they want to come to the United States. Immigration is a privilege. It is a privilege granted by the people of the United States to those we choose to admit. Many American workers do not have adequate job prospects. We should make their task easier to find employment, not harder.